TPIG.
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 Turning poop into gold.
What is the TPIG tour?
Well, I thought it was a joke. Now it's not a joke, and I still don't understand what it is.
Build a brand and establish a brand by going out and preaching and evangelizing our story, our past, our vision for the future, but also to talk about positive things, the things that we've learned on our journey. Good news. He goes, oh no, they
Make sure you get my chest hair.
Wait.
And these chairs, next time I want a different chair.
They're uncomfortable, right? They're supposed to be.
I designed them that way so nobody stays too long.
Name the crew for the Takeover tour.
We got King TPIG, Brian Jones.
My job on the tour is to take our beautiful tour bus and Jeep across the country and make sure it is set up at different spots to host these events for the TPIG tour.
We got Edwin Garcia.
My job in the tour, I still don't know. I swear.
We got Brent King, our media producer.
It's my job really to make them all look as good as I can and to capture all the events we do, but more so really what it's going to be like being on the road with 4 grown men in one RV and sleeping next to each other.
So we got Pretty Boy Floyd, Ben Gonzalez.
My role for the Takeover tour is going to be focused on future planning and connecting with different business owners in our locations that we have franchise owners in, but really to be the voice, the initial voice of the Pet Waste Millionaire brand to connect with these different people all across the U.S.
I'm EJ McCoy, Pet Waste Millionaire.
I'm Josh Cahill, the real Pet Waste Millionaire, and I want you to meet my assistant, EJ McCoy.
I'm just the Pet Waste Millionaire. This is the only time I won't be sitting in that chair right there.
What is the TPIG tour, Takeover tour?
Well, I thought it was a joke. Now it's not a joke, and I still don't understand what it is.
You know, I think what EJ would say is, you know, it's really trying to get that Pet Waste Millionaire brand out there, letting you know that all these young entrepreneurs, you know, they can achieve their goals. They can find their gold.
He will say a bunch of words that I can't understand, but it will be something in the line of getting entrepreneurship out there and making everyone know, all that stuff.
It's about establishing, in a lot of ways, separate from Scoop Soldiers. That's why it's Pet Waste Millionaire, and it's not EJ McCoy or Josh Cahill. Well, it's not Josh Cahill for a lot of reasons, but but it's why it's establishing the Pet Waste Millionaire brand. Build a brand and establish a brand by going out and preaching and evangelizing our story, our past, our vision for the future, but also to talk about positive things, the things that we've learned on our journey.
From my perspective, TPIG Tour is about 3 different things. Brand awareness and industry awareness, that's one. Brand and industry awareness. Franchisee support and clients,
you said
turning
industry
poop
awareness.
into gold, turning poop into gold. Getting out there, letting dog owners everywhere see that there's a service like this.
On one hand, we're focused on gaining awareness of the pet waste removal industry as a whole, and for Scoop Soldiers and the Pet Waste Millionaire brand to be the front runner and to be the loudest voice in the room in regards to the pet waste removal industry.
What is a more simple service, if you call it that, a more lowly service, so to speak? What is more than dog poop scooping, and a testament to how you can become wealthy off of dog poop scooping? Isn't that so many people's definition of the American dream? Is being able to start a business and produce something that helps people, even as simple and stupid as poop scooping.
I concur.
Do you know how the whole idea of the TPIG Takeover tour came to be?
Well, like anything else, people up there, they decided to do something and they just thought everyone else was along.
I believe EJ McCoy came up with the idea.
So it was all my idea.
I want to say I pitched it to you,
You did. I'm kidding.
but in like a joke, kind of a joking fashion.
Were you joking?
He was dreaming.
He was dreaming. That's what we need.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Takeover tour was my idea, and it was actually kind of a joke to begin with. Never thought in a million years that they would say, yeah, I'm gonna go spend $300,000 to do this. And in my mind, it was like the road rules, which is aging me, but watching that and watching a bunch of grown adults try to survive in an RV sounded like comedy to me. And I was like, you know, it'd be fun. We have some pretty loud people, pretty big personalities on this tour. What a better way to bring out all the anger and insecurities than shoving 4 grown men into an RV and say, good luck. And then, yeah, that's pretty much how it came to be. And now I get the credit for it. And you know what? I will take it.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. And then EJ said, haha, no. And then about a week later, he sent me a photo and it was a picture of an RV and he said, I just put an offer down on this. I was like, oh, guess we're doing it.
Why do you think EJ purchased one of the biggest RVs?
Taxes.
If y'all don't know EJ McCoy yet, he's got to have the biggest and best.
I want to be funny and say because his ego is as big as the universe, but realistically, I think it is a smart business move to get something that's going to attract the most attention, because that's literally the entire point of this takeover tour.
Yeah, my initial thought was RVs are expensive. And I was like, and we really want to wrap it. And I was like, well, that's definitely out of the question because that's expensive. And so this is the Friday after Thanksgiving, November. For about 2 weeks, this is a good idea that is not happening because I'm not spending that kind of money. And then this is an idea that we're going to look at, that we're just going to rent RVs and like kind of piece it together, rented RVs all over. And then I was chilling in the hot tub. But I'm sitting in the hot tub and I got this vision. And within 2 days, I found the RV we were going to buy. We bought it. I think I only looked at one RV. I only looked at one. I only looked at one in person. I knew the one that was meant for us. Wait, what am I gonna get, a Class C RV that's $45,000? No, we want something that's, you know, like wow, you know.
Yeah, can't be driving up in some busted piece. We're not going to Burning Man. We're going to represent our companies. And look, we need space. I mean, the fact that there's going to be 3, 4, 5 people on this thing at a time.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the podcast being on there and being able to not just have the bus as a giant billboard, because yeah, a smaller, less expensive or RV might have done that, but I wanted something that you could actually go into and it could be an office.
It's
It kind of fits you,
fun is
honestly.
not exactly the word I'd use. It's not horrible. It's just big. It's a bus. 43 feet.
To work on it, you just go over here, click that on.
Yeah, I just did that.
You click that on.
Oh, I see you're wearing your Scoop Soldiers.
Of course I am.
Nice.
The real pet waste millionaires.
Gee.
How did you go about scheduling the tour?
Oh, that's a whole nother story there, Brett.
I've looked at all the days. I've tried to. That's why I found that title yesterday. I was trying to pull out my computer and plan my year and my trips.
There was a moment where, for the first time, you brought Josh here, and y'all two sat down and looked at the schedule, looked at all the branding ideas that we had. We have like an hour-long video, strategy session about
Logo.
Yeah, explain to me what you guys were going over in that meeting.
Well, you were there.
This one, no one's probably going to fly, so we're all going to take off from DFW, hit all those, and come back. And that's probably going to take about a week.
Trying to come up with a decent schedule we thought was going to work. Then we present it to EJ. He then says no. We then go back, redo it, resubmit. EJ says no again. So we just say, EJ, give us the dates you're not available and when you want to be places. And then he did that, and then it kind of came together.
Are you going to be able to go to Vegas?
Yeah, I can go to Vegas. I've been to a
they
couple
haven't
casinos.
banned you?
No, they just
Y'all are going to have to get with Josh before you schedule anything. to
last
make
week.
sure he's not
I think it was
banned.
last week. The wind just
Before,
texted
to make
me.
sure he's not banned.
The scheduling is kind of like shooting at a moving target because we're traveling across the U.S.
You know, we're in 17 states. So we had to methodically and logistically look at where we were going to be.
coordinating it to the point that we know that things are going to be confirmed well in advance. So in that regard, it is hard.
You know, we definitely don't want to be in our winter states right now trying to drive this bus and Jeeps through the mountains. You know, so we want to hit the South first.
It is a give and take on being proactive and being flexible enough to be reactive for us to capitalize the most on this tour.
You can commit then to the first two legs, the legs that are really close driving.
Oh, well, yeah, that's only 6 days.
The ones
That's
where
only-
the ones where you scooped at my command.
Your command.
It's been interesting, and as we go along, I'm sure it's going to get easier and easier. But currently, it's the first one we've ever done, so it's always going to be a pain.
Y'all just wait.
On the video, it looks real tight. How was your experience learning to drive the RV?
It's like what I tell anybody, you know, it's got a brake, it's got a gas pedal, it's got a steering wheel. I can drive it. You know, my experience with it was a little tough. It definitely took some getting used to. When you're talking about driving something that's 43.25 feet long and 35,000 pounds, it does put a little bit of, makes your heart beat a little bit.
You guys feeling good?
Oh yeah. After that,
Seem like you're ready. I mean, I got, you guys seem like you're. Like I said, I've had some nervous ninnies last couple times, man. So it's nice to have some awareness and experience for a change a little bit, you know.
So you got some confidence in us?
Absolutely.
You got that on camera, right?
oh yeah.
I will never drive it again.
It's a ton of fun watching Ben try to drive this thing.
Hey, not try. I'm doing it.
Yeah, you are doing it. I'm very impressed. On the video, it just looks scary.
It doesn't help when you scream.
We show up at the RV spot, and EJ's like, "Hey, we got a driving lesson." It's like, okay. I'm thinking, take you around the parking lot, like do some cones. I happen to be driving, and he was like, "All right, we're gonna take him to the freeway now." Sweet.
Oh, you get the traffic. I like that.
Story of my life. I think I can get this in EJ's driveway without hitting anything.
You're one of the drivers, so how was your experience learning to drive the RV?
Oh my God. It was horrible. Hey, if I have to drive like an old person, I'll drive like an old person.
Man.
So we used a driver, like a private teacher. I get in the seat. For me, I'm confident driving stuff. And so I knew I could drive this thing, but I've never driven anything like it. But the weirdest thing about it was it reminds me almost if you've ever watched Super Mario Brothers, like the movie or something, where it's like you're in like a fantasy world or something, like a alternate reality, where when you sit down in the captain's chair when you're driving this thing, and you get your mirrors right and you start moving, it's like the whole thing kind of shrinks.
All right, well, maybe the salesman wasn't completely exaggerating when he said once you get going, it's like driving a car.
It really is.
And then when you put it in park and you stand up and you walk out, you're like, whoa! No, seriously, it's a lot easier. It's a lot smaller when you're in the driver's seat behind the wheel. When you get out of it, you're like reminded of how huge it is. That was my brief experience. Now, I was with Edwin.
That thing is too big and it doesn't stop.
So we're driving down the highway and we're in Oklahoma. And Oklahoma doesn't have these big, long off-ramps. Oklahoma has these little short 40-mile-an-hour complete U-turns.
I see the instructor and he's like, take this exit, super calm. He's like, ooh, you're going a little fast. Okay, oh no, you're going real fast. Take the exit, take the exit.
Edwin is coming into this exit that's 40 miles an hour, but he's coming into it at like 65, like you would if you were in a little truck.
And then Edwin just slams on the brakes and I go sliding on the granite, hit the wall, bounce back. I hear Edwin squeal.
And so he tries to get back up on the highway, and so he pops back up over the curb and then there's an 18-wheeler coming.
Honks his horn and scares the crap out of Edwin. And he gets on it like this and he's shaking. It passes us. He slowly moves back in the right lane going like 30 miles an hour. And he's like, I told you this was too big. I can't drive this thing.
Now, luckily, I'm pretty clueless. Like, you don't see all this until the 18-wheeler comes blowing past you, honking at you. Let's just say Brian has been doing most of the driving so far.
What would you say is the most difficult aspect of driving the RV?
I don't know, staying inside your lanes.
You got to watch that exit sign.
All right.
It said 15 miles an hour on the top of it, on the bottom of it.
I thought it was going to go up. It was
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
you got to pay attention, yeah.
all right, that's the first one.
Josh, do you want to hear others' opinions before you give yours, or would you like to give your opinion?
You know what? I looked at these last night, and if I'm being honest, I looked for about 30 seconds.
So the logo, Pet Waste Millionaire logo. So that came up and it was kind of on me, Ben, and Sydney to design this logo.
So I want to give a huge, huge shout out to Gina Overstreet, who is our graphic designer that we've used at Scoop Soldiers and Torby and several other businesses, working with Brent and Sydney and our media team to put this logo together.
Well, how can we create something that's cool enough that I would wear it, and that if you win a hat, you're like, oh, I'll wear this hat. And so we came up with the design. We had 3 options for EJ, knowing our favorite. So he said, this is our favorite, here's the other 2. He definitely didn't pick ours. He was like, I don't like that one, I hate it. And we were like, interesting.
I mean, do y'all really want my true opinions? Okay, that font looks like 1983, in my opinion. So that's that one.
Next one. Well, hold on. You haven't given us your thought. No. Okay. But you didn't.
That's my thought.
But you
where did the orange come from?
Oh, they want orange. That's the colors for the Pet Waste.
Okay.
Pet Waste Millionaires.
I'm thinking about this on swag. Awesome for a koozie, awesome for a cup. But for a shirt, it's a big, it's big.
And so after about a day and a half of trying to reconfigure, we said, nope, screw it, we're going with this one. We then explained to EJ, the one that we liked, was the one we should go with, because it is something that it looks adventurous, it looks clean, it looks like something that you would want to wear, as opposed to, hey, look at my branded shirt. And it was a fight. but we won that fight. Sorry, Pet Waste Millionaire. That's why you have us.
That's my favorite so far.
Same with us, and our wives agreed this is their favorite.
Is this the last one? Yes. This is my favorite too.
The king is here.
So when we decided to wrap the bus during our various creative sessions, deciding on these things, we went with Car Wrap City to get the bus wrapped.
So,
Go ahead, Pet Waste Millionaire.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Tatiana.
Good to see you. How are
Good
you?
to see you again.
Car Wrap City's done probably 200 vehicles for us from multiple companies. We've got probably a 12-year relationship with them now. So it was really a no-brainer on working with them to get this done.
So which one was decided upon?
You don't even know? Hold on.
I know
let
it.
him. He doesn't even know. What are
It's
you
that
talking
one.
about?
It's
You've
that
seen
one.
it.
Car Wrap City is undoubtedly some of the most professional people I've gotten to work with. They have everything down to a T in terms of the right questions to ask to get the design from paper to actually being done. But they do it quickly, they bend over backwards, and they were really great to work with.
Who do we invite to the review?
Our franchisees, primarily. We also had our board of advisors. We had some Chorby team members there that have been with us for a long time. I pretty much was just inviting people throughout the week, like, hey, come see it.
Because you're excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Exactly.
You know, I think the reveal for me, I had seen it, right? I saw it before a lot of other people did. And me seeing it for the first time was astonishing. The biggest thing about the reveal was being behind that wheel, pulling it out of that bay, seeing everybody else's reaction.
Here it comes.
seen it.
Here comes your bus.
All right, here we are.
my
look
God.
at that beautiful thing. See if you can find the Easter eggs, John. Or anybody. That's a big bus.
They've gotten me like 5 times with that horn already.
It's impressive. It's a freaking billboard on wheels, so they should be happy.
Hey, Josh, get off my bed. Come here, Lucy. Lucy! Come on. Yeah, Cody.
So it was 2.5 months from the time we said, we're gonna buy a bus, we're moving forward with this, to the time that we get the bus revealed. It's come together pretty good in a pretty short period of time.
On the next episode of the Takeover Tour, join us as we travel to Conroe, Texas. I heard banjos playing when we pulled in, so. Almost wreck our brand new Jeep.
There, go through that one.
And interview author Chip Baker.
Like just by showing up with a smile on your face, you make a difference. Yeah.
And I got that.